How are we, guys? Back with another watch along, yet another one with Joe and Tash. Guys, it's a big one today. Cardiff Fulham, first leg. Again, we're not dicking around in the playoffs. Everyone else is. What we're thinking going into this one. Joe, I'll go to you first, mate. Predictions on this first leg.
Well, as you know, Cardiff are my pick for the playoffs. I think they'll shithouse it. I mean, if they were to get a result today, I just fancy them. They're the sort of team, if they can win at home, then they can go away to Fulham and sit in. We've already seen that against Leeds United this season. You know what I mean? They've caused us trouble both times. Although we were 3-0 up, you know, they came in and drew 3-3 in that game, if you remember. But when we came back after lockdown, they were the one that really caused. Well, they were the only team that beat us, didn't they? After lockdown, basically, and that tells you all you need to know. I think, Cardiff, if they can get a result here, 2-0 maybe, then that's tie over. But we'll wait and see, because Fulham do have Mitrovic, and he isn't up against Ben White, so he's got a chance. So, you know.
Well, Mitrovic is out of this game, though. Mitrovic is out of this game. We are getting the breaking news, guys. We are getting the breaking news. He is out of this game. He's he's got I think it's a strain or something. But Parker said he's not risking him for this first leg. He wants him fit for the second leg. What do you think of that then, guys? Is this big advantage for Cardiff in this first leg now?
Massively, especially without in. And I'm sorry, guys, for not being up to date. Mitro out. What's the lineup then, Oscar?
So it's Bobby Reid. Looks like he's gone up top. In fact, I did have it in front of me. Onoma, has gone into the 10 role. I'm massive. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am improvising, but
you have a chat with Tash, and I'll get the lineups up.
Bobby Reid's definitely up top. Tash.
Did Fulham do without Mitrovic before though?
They did, man. When he got suspended, they went on a 3. They won 3 on the bounce, maybe 4 on the bounce. You're right. I have got the lineup in front of me though. So Fulham, it's Rodak in net, Christie, Hector, Ream, and Brian at left back. You've got Holding, Kearney, and Reid. And then front 3 of Knockout, Onoma, Cabano, and then up top, as you say, Bobby Cordova, Reid. The one that won that snaky penalty against Ben White, if you remember, down there. And then for Cardiff, you've got Smithies, Bennett, Nelson, Morrison, Pack, Rolls, Hoylett, Tomlin, Mendes-Lang, and Glatzel. So there's your lineup, guys.
We've seen those stats coming up on Cardiff, like bottom of pretty much everything, like average possession, passes, passing accuracy, and Fulham are top of pretty much everything. It's like it's a complete clash of styles, this. You know, it's proper, just two totally different teams. But I don't know, guys. I think it's going to be really, really tight, this first leg. I think it's going to be really, really tight. I think
I'm actually going to go for a Fulham win.
Fair enough. I'm gonna. Well, we're all going different predictions. I'm gonna go draw. Yeah, I'm gonna go like a 0-0 or 1-1. I think it's gonna be proper tight. But why do you reckon Fulham, Tash?
I just think they're at home, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think.
No. It's they're away.
Are they not?
No.
I don't know. I just fancy Fulham. Like I said, they're top on all the stats and stuff, and I don't know. I want Fulham to win because I love a Fulham away day. I think it's always brilliant when we go down to London and that. It's just absolutely amazing, even though we always lose. But yeah, I absolutely cannot stand Cardiff.
It'd be quite interesting, wouldn't it, if we get an all-Welsh final, to be fair. But yeah, just on that comment there, Louis White's put a super chat in. If we don't get Ben White, who should we get? I mean, there's been linked today. I've seen, and we put it out on our socials. And I understand, obviously, guys that are watching, you know, it was from the Sun. You've got to take everything with a pinch of salt. It's not all, factual. You know what papers are like, but we try to keep you informed as much as possible. But Twan Zebi's been linked from the scum. Was at Villa when they won promotion through the playoffs. So he's one. What do you reckon to that, Oscar?
Well, I was saying on Twitter before when I saw that rumour come up. It's a really interesting one. That really interesting one. I like him, Twan Zebi. However you pronounce it. Yeah, I think whenever I've seen him, I thought, he's a player that he looks really good. I think he's dominant in the air, good on the ball. I remember him at Ellen Road last season. He took the piss out of Bamford, to be honest, at Ellen Road last season. He was just drifting past him every single time he got the ball. Just walked past him, put the ball into Grealish, and he looked really good to me. But I think the thing a lot of people mentioned about Twan Zebi is his injury record isn't great, and obviously the scum link isn't ideal. If he doesn't, you've seen it before with players coming from scum. None other than like Scott Wootton. Obviously, he's going to be a lot better than Scott Wootton. Let's be honest, he's going to be a lot better than Scott Wootton. Anyone's going to be better than Scott Wootton. But if you make a bad start and you come from scum, it's tough. It is really, really tough. But yeah, I like him though. I do like him, but I'd much prefer Ben White. Having said that, we do need two centre backs. Obviously Berra. We're not going to be able to rely on Berra next season. He's probably going to be out for the whole season, most likely. So we can't go into it. Even if we have Ben White, Liam Cooper, as good as they are, we need that third centre back at the very least for me. So again, I'd be happy with Twan Zebi in either kind of position, to be fair.
No, I agree with that. I don't know if you've just seen as well, guys. Obviously, I was late to the party, and I'm just flashing up Twitter now, but Marcelo Bielsa's just won League Managers Association Manager of the Year for the Championship. He was up against Paul Cook, Thomas Frank, and
Thomas Frank was in the running?
Yeah, Thomas Frank was in the running, and so was West Brom manager. My mind's gone blank. Slavan Bilic, yeah. So he won that. There's quite a lot of salty replies to that saying it's a disgrace that he won it. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, I could understand Paul Cook at Wigan, maybe, but come on. Bielsa for the last 2 seasons being the greatest manager. He's probably the greatest manager ever to grace that division. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Yeah, I've said so personally. You look at obviously Rafa a couple of years back, but for me, what Bielsa's done with this team compared to what Rafa did with an established Newcastle team, I think Bielsa is the biggest name to have managed in this league. I can't see there being another one after him unless Pep Guardiola drops into the Championship at some point. I don't think it's going to change, really, to be fair. But yeah, I think hopefully. It's the last the Championship we'll ever see of Marcelo Bielsa.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, error, Hoylett on the break. Tomlin, they're in here, Oh, he's had a go, but Mendes line.
You're ahead of me here, mate. I've only just kicked off.
Oh, really?
How far are you into this?
It's a free kick. I think he's got it. I'm on. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll pause it when I get to a minute.
No worries, mate. No worries. I'm on Sky Go today, so it's a bit of a pain in the arse.
Make sure you do the countdown.
I will. I'll give you 10 second warning. 10-second warning. 10-second warning. I'll give you one. I will give you one. Don't worry.
Second warning. God, you're well behind.
Tash, where are you? A minute, yeah?
Yeah. On the dot.
On the dot. This is awkward TV.
Just waiting for me to catch up.
Yeah. As per.
As always, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. 1 minute.
All right, there we go. Guys, as you can see there, we've just flashed up the prospective new kit. I posted that out from our socials. It's been out for a couple of weeks now. It's not the first time it's been mentioned, to be fair. And it's come out again. And from everything I'm reading on the social media, through Squareball, through Phil here, that looks like it could be the one. Although the colours might be off slightly, and we could be looking at a more of a green-blue, a hark back to the 90s and the Yeboah Thistle Hotels kit. There's a lot of people don't like it. There's a lot of people saying it's fake news, but for me, it seems to be the one. I just wondered what your two guys' opinion. I know we spoke to Jack earlier on in our group, and he wasn't a fan of it. What about you two?
I don't like it.
It's all right.
I've never been a fan of the stripes, to be honest. Like we did
really?
it not that long ago as well. Was it in League One?
Yeah, the blue and dark blue one. Yeah,
yeah, I didn't like that one either.
No.
I mean,
see, I don't mind it if it's green and blue like that Thistle Hotels one. Give it the old grey, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the blue, as it is on that picture, maybe not so. But listen,
I would think it would just be like playing with the stripes. I think. Yeah.
Give me a yellow away kit any day of the week with Leeds United. Yellow away kit every season for me. I think especially the first season back, I wanted a yellow away kit, to be honest. I'm a bit of a romantic in that sense. You know, I do like the yellow away kit, but never mind. Hopefully the third kit might be yellow again. Like that one we had, that Sweden kit we had like 2 years back. I loved that one.
With the blue one on the arm.
Yeah, and then the blue shorts.
I like the black one with the colour. The really smart.
Well, this is the thing, though.
Yeah, I like that. It's good, that.
Social media is not the barometer, because you think that that's quite a large portion of the fan base, when in actual fact it's not.
Like the pink and grey one, that got absolutely hammered on social media, and that's been one of the best sellers.
Exactly. Well, it was the bestseller, Tashi, right? You know what I mean? And to think the way it was received on social media. And the mad thing is, everyone fucking bought it. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? Everyone's hammering it. And then you see it on the road and they're like, check me out. And it's the same with me, man. I'll buy it, whatever it is. We have had a super chat come in from Jikanji1, my little Twitter friend.
He's sending me some very useful links as well in terms of stories. But yeah, top man, Jikanji. Jonathan David then.
Yeah, so that today, I mean, look, the Ghent chairman's come out and basically confirmed that Leeds have made a bid and they've made the highest bid. Now, whether or not that's a way to drive up the fee, because we're also hearing that apparently he's dead set on Lille. Now, them signing Morales from Rangers, I was like, well, maybe that one's dead in the water. But apparently, Jonathan David, he's dead set on Lille. He wants to move to Lille. So it's a case of watch this space. But I still think it's exciting to know that Leeds have tabled a bid, if indeed they have. I mean, the Ghent chairman, why would he come out and lie and say, yes, we have had a bid from Leeds United? So it's an interesting one and one to watch, but one that excites me because from what I've seen, and all the reports. And listen, Lille are a Champions League team if they're not, or Europa League. They're up there. Do you know what I mean? So for them to be interested, it's only exciting news for Leeds United, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree, mate. Just seeing there, just a quick update on the game. Harrison Reed looks like he's a key player for Fulham. Looks like he's done a hamstring there, maybe. He's definitely done something, mate, whether he's going to carry on or not. But anyway, Jonathan David, yeah, I agree with you, mate. Really, really like the look of him. I think I look at him and think he's probably first choice striker if he comes here.
Yeah,
I know he can play as a number 10, he can play out wide, but I look at him and think he's probably more of a striker for me. You know, the way I don't know if you watch some of his compilations, but the way he strikes the ball, it's just really elite in that sense. Obviously, pace, can run in behind. It just gives us that different kind of threat, I think. And yeah, it's an interesting one. But I think with strikers, you never truly know how it's going to go with a striker. You know, especially when they're coming from the Belgian league. No disrespect to it, it's a big step up. But from what I've seen, in terms of what I've read up on Jonathan David, I think he's a promising one. To be honest, I'd be happy to pay the big fee. I think and it's one you look at and think, I know we shouldn't talk about stuff like this, but it's retail value potentially in a year or two's time as well. You know, I know 30 million is a lot for what we normally pay, but resale value's there. It makes business sense.
No, yeah, exactly. And that's what we need to be looking at, because as bad as it sounds, yeah, we are a huge club, but there is still that we're not quite in that elite yet. I do think we will get back there one day, you know, but there is that teams will maybe be coming to Leeds to maybe looking to say, right, you know, have a good season at Leeds or a good couple of seasons. I could break into a top 6 side. We've had a message on Twitter there, but someone said I'd rather Craig David as opposed to to Jonathan David a little bit earlier on, which I thought was pretty funny. Let's see what else we've got in here, guys. There's the chat there about the Barcelona to Bielsa link. That's a load of tosh.
Oh, not more of this. Not more of this, guys. Come on, guys. Come on. We've told you. Me and Joe yesterday, we spent like 20 minutes after the game yesterday just saying, it's not happening, guys. Trust us. Trust us. He's not going to Barcelona. They are a mess at the minute.
Mm. It's mad as well. I mean, he was spotted at Everton yesterday as well, wasn't he? You know what I mean? He was in Liverpool, so they're in here, they're in the box. Harrison Reed, effort at goal. Oh, ran the door.
First little Fulham sight of that, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, first little creep into the box. Someone said in the comments as well, it's nice to see a sober Tash. It's not the same.
I'm just so quiet. I'm still getting over it.
It's a free kick, yeah. Did you enjoy the celebrations, love?
I did very much. Do you know what? The first one, I didn't even really drink that much. So
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so someone's asked why was Bielsa at Goodison Park yesterday. There's a number of Harry Ramsdale's being mentioned. Hey?
He's already spying.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if he went to collect videotapes of the opposition, to be fair. But yeah, apparently the goalkeeper at Bournemouth, Ramsdale, was it, Oscar, that was mentioned yesterday?
Yeah, there's been a few. There's other names like Harry Wilson's been mentioned.
Yeah.
David Brooks got mentioned too. But for me, Ramsdale. Again, I've not seen a lot of him, mate. I've not seen a lot of him. I think bottom half of the Premier League I don't tend to watch because it is abysmal in most cases.
Yeah, exactly.
Until we get there, of course, it'll be fucking great when we get there. But you know, it's. But yeah, I think the big thing is he looks a decent shot stopper. It's just as I said to you yesterday, mate. Can he do it with his feet as well? Is he good enough with his feet?
I think we need experience, mate. You said it yesterday. We've got Meslier. He's young. We now need experience. We can't go into the season in the Premier League with two young goalkeepers. Not a chance. Not for me.
No, definitely not.
No.
Because what's Ramsdale? About 22, 23 at most.
Yeah, exactly. So
it's not. Yeah, it's. I always like an experienced goalkeeper around, even if it's third, fourth choice, just someone around the place. You know, just to kind of guide the rest of the keepers and that lot. And that's probably why I'd look more at Romero, Martinez in that case. But it's a difficult one, isn't it, mate? Because you look at Meslier and just Fulham corner coming in here. It's a difficult one because you look at Meslier and say he probably deserves his chance, but shocks are scuffed. No real quality into the first 10 minutes or so. It's very cagey, this, isn't it? First 10 minutes of this game.
I'm just looking at his history. I mean, he's had a couple of loans. He was at Sheffield United between 16 and 17, made no appearances, went to Bournemouth, then was loaned out to Chesterfield and Wimbledon, and then broke through into the Premier League this season. But I mean, he's only played 36 games in total for Bournemouth, so it's not he's not
a relegated side as well. You know, it's not always good having players who've come in from relegated sides as well. It's kind of, you know, I don't know. It's just a bit of a mood, kind of like, and there's a bit of a mood hoover, isn't it? You know, having someone coming in. You know, the rest of the team's just been promoted, and then someone's coming in who's just been relegated. And it's a bit like, you know, it's a bit. I don't know. I don't think he justifies the signing, to be honest. I'm not saying he's not a good goalkeeper, but his age, he's coming from a relegated.
22, mate. He is 22.
A lot of questions for me on that one.
Yeah, we've had super chat. Oh, we've got young Claudio. Here saying, who do you think will shine in the league squad in the Prem, and who do you think might be exposed? Let's discuss that, guys. Who do you think will shine first of all?
Well,
Go on, Tash, you go first.
I think Phillips will. He'll be exposed. I think there's a few that.
maybe Liam Cooper up against Aguero, maybe.
Yeah. And then it depends. I think I heard you guys on the stream the other day, and the debate was about whether Klitsch would be or not good enough. I think it depends, because sometimes he can be shit hot and on it, and then other times you don't see him all game.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I mean, I think after lockdown, some of his performances weren't great, were they at all, Oscar? What are your thoughts, mate, on who shines and who be exposed?
To be fair, I'm going to go something quite unexpected one. I'm going to go Jack Harrison might shine in the Prem. The reason I'm going to say Jack Harrison was Ben Blue mentioned.
Oh, it's an effort!
Ooh.
Oh,
it's off the line. It's a good effort, you know. I think it's Bakuna who has an effort. Comes back out to Glatzel, I think it is, or it might be Mendes Lang.
Goalkeeper's got to do better there, though, hasn't he? He's pounded it straight back into danger.
Yeah, you're right. That's a chance, that, though. If Mendes Lang gets on the end of that, it's 1-0.
It's a chance and a half, that. But yeah, I think Harrison, I look at and think, in terms of what he does off the ball as well, I think that becomes more valuable in the Prem, because we're going to have less of the ball in the Prem. We're going to need... he's going to cover Stewie Dallas for me on that left-hand side. And I think Click, the big thing with Click is the energy. The energy from Click, I think it's massive. And Forshaw as well. I think there will be some unexpected heroes, but in terms of who will get exposed, I'm going to say everyone will get exposed at some point in the season. You know, it's a step up. There will be games where I think every player will have games where they really struggle. You know, it's just the way it is. You know, it's a totally different standard we're going into, but great defending off Michael Hector, wasn't it?
The best example is like the Arsenal game, like how well we played in the first half to the second half. As soon as Arsenal step it up, we just caved. So I don't know, it depends.
That's why we need that striker, baby. That's why we need them goals.
Yeah,
and that's honestly because there will be times like that. Yeah, first half we might boss it, We need to take our chances because, like you say, top teams, second half, get into them. They'll come out different sides. We're not going to get the amount of opportunities we get in the Championship. So that's why we need to be able to finish when we do. I think, for me, if Ben White, and I know that's been mentioned, but if Ben White, we can get him signed, KP, I think they'll both do absolutely unreal. I can't wait to see KP up against the likes of, Scums, Bruno Fernandes and stuff, just to see how well he does. It's going to be some top battles. I know Chris Kelly's mentioned there, Ben White, our most important business, guys. Would you agree? But first one I'd want to get done, 30, 35.
Yeah, you know already that he works.
Yeah, exactly,
We know how good he is. We know how calm he is. And he's just a great asset to the team. And the fact that I think an important thing that we've seen this season is how well players click together. As soon as they don't, they're gone. I think with like a few other players that we've seen that with that have not really got given the chance to play is because of that reason as well.
Yeah, no, I agree. And like you say, if we to go out to get someone new, I mean, Cooper and White have formed an unreal partnership, haven't they? And Ben White, for me, has just got better and better and better. And I think he'd do even better in the Prem. Yes, it'll be more of a challenge, but I just think he'll rise to the occasion. I think it's absolute gold. Oh, he's in. Hoylett, is he offside? No, he's in. He's got to score. Oh, he should score.
Tell you what, guys, sorry, I've fallen behind again here. It's just what's named on me. Tries to refresh. I'm on 15-11.
Yeah, maybe try not to refresh, Oscar. When we get to 30, we'll go. I'm paused at 30, Tash.
Yeah.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
There we go.
Sorry about that, guys. It just started refreshing on me as Hoylett was taking the shot. Never mind, guys.
That Rodak can't seem to keep hold of the ball. He keeps spilling it out in front of him.
Who scored goalkeeper of the year, by the way? Rodak. You know, like those ludicrous. What's his name? Do you see that? Who scored? They have 3 Fulham players in team of the year in that lot. Yeah, the stats.
The stats one, yeah.
Sorry, Rodak is the best keeper in the Championship. I don't think so, to be honest. I think you've seen from this first 15 minutes, these dodges, I don't know what.
Yeah. Simon Tilbury's asked if our man Jakanji can tell us about Barbosa, Campana, Nicolas de la Cruz, all playing South America. Wolves, Man City have been linked to a couple of all the young players. Guys, Jakanji has had a super chat coming himself, just saying he wants players in the door as soon as possible. Obviously, it's transfer window open today. We're going to be open till I believe it's the 5th of October. So it's going to be a mad few weeks, months, isn't it? I can't wait for it to get going though. But listen, how many are you expecting in the door?
Six. That many?
I'd say 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Like new players, or including like players that we bring in permanently, like Ben White and that lot in that.
I would include Ben White in that, but I wouldn't include Harrison, etc.
Yeah, so I'd say Ben White. I'd say we need another goalkeeper, an experienced one. Definitely need a striker. Probably someone in defence again.
Yeah. I know left back keeps being mentioned, doesn't it? Like a lot of people think we need another left back. We need someone to...
Striker, centre back are the big priorities for me. I think looking at it, look at the centre backs at the minute. We've got one centre back at the club at the minute. If you think about it, technically we've got one centre back at the club, and obviously Coops is quite injury prone as well. So that is going to be absolutely critical for me, guys. If we can't get Ben White, we need to find out early. We need to find out early so we can get the scouts out. But it's a tough one, isn't it, guys? But I think striker's obviously one as well. We've only got one out-and-out striker at the club at the minute. So
I think we need a backup plan for Pablo when he's, can't play.
Maybe Almeida is that one. If it's not Almeida, maybe it's Buendia at Norwich. Let's wait and see. It's just flashed up on my phone there that Lallana's agreed to go to Brighton. So that's a decent deal for Brighton, to be fair. Good player, Lallana.
I mean, Brighton are one of those teams that are going to be one of our challenges next season, in effect, in terms of what we're trying to do. It's one of those. We've got to look at those with interest, really. I mean, Villa, again, Villa staying up, they've got the funds there to, throw a bit more money at it. And, they managed to stay up. I don't know how they managed to stay up, but if they get the recruitment right, the money they can spend, all of a sudden, we've got a bit of competition there next season. But I mean, I've got confidence in what we're doing, guys. I mean, you're watching this game here, Cardiff Fulham. The prospect of one of these two teams being in the Premier League. I mean, I can't see whoever does win the playoffs, other than Brentford possibly. I can't see them doing anything other than the Norwich next season. I just can't see them being able to cope with the Premier League, to be honest, because they're barely top-end Championship teams, to be honest. But I don't know, guys, what do you reckon to that?
Yeah, sorry, my mind's just wandered because on Twitter, Alex Ferguson has done a video praising Marcelo Bielsa and welcoming Leeds United back to the Premier League. It's been tweeted out by I'd rather be Leeds, so that'll be an interesting one to listen to. I feel like I want to leave the room so I can listen to what is being said.
If you want to have 5 minutes,
be interesting to see what old Red Nose has said about the Messiah.
It's not got going this game, though, has it? It's not got going at all this game, really.
I think if anything, Cardiff have looked dangerous, haven't they?
I think they've been a better team. Yeah, I think Fulham seem to be sitting back to me and just trying to stoke it up a little bit at the minute. Obviously, I think Hector's dominating those long balls though into Glatzel. I think he's winning that battle at the minute. But yeah, guys, I don't see a lot of goals in this today. I think probably the second leg is probably where it opens up a little bit more, a bit like yesterday's game, a bit like we've seen a lot of this in the Championship. I think the second leg's normally where it opens up a bit, but I think to make the tie interesting, I think Cardiff need to score first to make it interesting.
Well, they've looked the most dangerous, I think, out of the pair. I think Bakuna with a throw in here as well.
Probably long throw, do you reckon? Bit of a roaring to lap on the go here.
Straight for Morrison there. Look for the flick on. Sean, man, Jack's taking the piss.
Is that all wrong with you?
Do you know, for that 79p, Jack, you shouldn't even be up on the screen. Hey. Tash will be like, Tash will be like, where have you got 79p from?
This is 79p up the wall. 79p and pissed it up the wall.
I gave you a tenner last night.
You can just put another super chat. He says he thinks we'll get a deal done next week. To be honest, I'm surprised the Harrison one hasn't been announced yet. I think that'll get announced as well. Although I know it's not like a new signing as such, but I think it's smart business by Leeds. They're putting off the fee for another season, it would seem. I think it was initially 8. It possibly now could be around 10, just for us pushing it back. But I'd sooner pay that then, because I still think if he has a good season, like you said, Oscar, 10 million could still be a steal for Jack Harrison.
100%, mate, 100%. And I think there's a lot about Jack Harrison, not so much on the ball, but I think off the ball. When, as Benjamin said, very rightly so, said, when you don't have the ball, you need players who work. And I think Click Harrison, I think that side of their game will really, really shine next season. You know, when you go into Man City away, Liverpool away, you've got people like Salah, Sterling running at you. You need someone to track back. And if Harrison can double up on people like Sterling with Dallas, it gives us a massive boost, doesn't it, really? You know, having players that will work, like be workhorses off the ball. And I think it shows at the higher level, that kind of aspect of the game. But yeah, I mean, there's no one I particularly expect to shine, because I don't think in this Leeds team it is about the individual. I think it's all about the system. And I think they'll have good times together and they'll have bad times together next season. You know, we know there's going to be times next season when it's not going to go so well. I don't want to keep saying that. I feel like a right negative bastard. I keep saying that, but there is going to be times where it's not so rosy. But
I think the Premier League's more fast-paced or the same?
Definitely more fast-paced, I'd say. I think this game is... to be fair, though, compared to Leeds games, I think Leeds games are just really fast-paced compared to the rest of the league, you know.
I think we'll do better in the Premier League than what we think because, like say, championships, they tend to sit back a lot or time waste and that, and I don't think it's so much like that in the Premier League. I know you get a lot of diving about and stuff, but I think that's where Jack Harrison might shine because how fast he is.
Yeah, I mean, I think we'll get a lot more time than that on the ball, 100%. I think there is that. I think the likes of Costa and Harrison will shine, 100%. I'm hoping Costa does anyway because we've shelled out a lot of money for him, you know what I mean? And we've probably not had the best of Costa that we thought we'd get. So I think he owes us one, if that makes sense.
Same with
mean, look at that defending off Hector, though. I mean, I don't think giving that enough praise, but that is absolutely amazing off Hector, though, in front of Glatzel, the way he's got there. I mean, that's what the top centre-backs do. You know, I think, obviously, we saw Pontus have an absolute disaster clash yesterday, to be fair. It was probably, I don't know what you think, mate. I was thinking back. That's probably one of the worst games I've ever seen Pontus play yesterday. I've ever seen him play. I thought it was absolutely shocking yesterday, to be honest.
The pressure, man. He can't handle the pressure, man. He's too emotional. That's his issue. Big shout out, Jack Glennie, by the way, who sent in a super chat saying, love you guys. Love you too, Jack. Great fan of the channel. Thanks for your continued support, mate. It means a lot, pal, genuinely. But yeah, on Pontus, mate, he can't handle the pressure, man. Oh, that's a ball from Tomlin, that. Oh, offside anyway, I think.
Oh, it's a good idea. Tomlin's the danger man for me, though, in that Cardiff team. He's the one you look at and think, in that 10 role, he's the one, if Cardiff are going to make things happen, it's going to be through him, I think. I don't know what you guys think. I look at Glatzel's a decent striker, but I think he needs Tomlin to really, really be on it over the two legs for Cardiff to win for me. I don't know, what do you guys reckon to that?
Yeah, Tomlin's pivotal, isn't he, mate? We've seen that at Ellen Road, you know, when they came back from 3-0 down. One of them assists that he did was just absolutely unreal. He's a great player. He's one of them. I said it in my pre-match for the. He's one of them. You know, we've all got that mate who's a little bit fat, but he's mint on the ball. Do you know what I mean? I've got a mate.
Doesn't run a lot, but just gets the ball. He's just on it.
Yeah. My mate Aaron Lucas, he won't watch this, but just in case he is, he's a bit rotund, but he's absolutely silky on the football. And Lee Tomlin's one of them that you look at and you think, you need to lose some weight, man. You know, like your Andy Reeds, etc. But they just defy logic, if that makes sense.
I mean, you watch Fulham here. There's so much quality on that pitch for Fulham, but they just don't do anything, mate. They just don't. I mean, even at Ellen Road, you know, the first half against us, they played really well, but they didn't really create anything. I don't know. I watch Fulham and think they should be so much better than what they are, kind of thing. You know, they've got like really good players in that team. Obviously, I know they've got Mitrovic out, but really, if you look at it, team versus team, starting lineup versus starting lineup, there's not many players in that Cardiff team who get anywhere near the Fulham team in terms of quality. No. Do you think if Fulham don't get through this tie, do you think that is it for Scott Parker? Do you think he can survive that in the summer?
Yeah, to be honest, Oscar, I'm surprised he's survived as long as he has. If I'm being totally honest, and I might be being a little bit harsh, but I think every podcast I've listened to, every video we've done, every time you've spoken on him, I think we've all said he's not good enough to be that Fulham man. There's no confidence in him. And
I don't know what he's trying to do. It's just like, he reminds me of, you remember Reading a couple of years back with Yap Stam? Just awful to watch. Just like pass, back to the goalkeeper, pass back to the centre-back, pass back to the other centre-back. And it's just so... I know he has a go at us being scripted and passing, whatever bollocks he came out with in that lot. But I don't know. I honestly think this Fulham team is one of the worst teams in terms of entertainment-wise to watch, and it's just bizarre with the quality they've got in the team. I mean, I look at Swansea in that lot, and I much prefer to watch Swansea. But having said that, I do still think Fulham will win the playoffs. I still think, in terms of the experience they've got, I just have a feeling that, and obviously Mitrovic is the big one. Obviously Mitrovic being fit for the second leg, but I still have that feeling. I just think the playoffs, it's anyone's this season. I think it's just anyone's, and I think this season, not necessarily the best team will win them.
No, I think. Let's say, for example, if you had a Jukanovic like before with his Fulham side, they'd have been in the top two. I just think Scott Parker's lacking so much. But Tasha's just flashed that super chat up. We've got Michael 20 says, "Hi, you guys and girls. Do you remember me? You have done an amazing job from the bottom of my heart. Any more transfer news?" Well, thank you so much for that. We don't. You know, Luke Bennett's just flashed up. Ben White, Twanzebe, Watkins, Milner. He's mentioned them. We've been linked with the kid Almeida as well. But Michael 20, just give us a heads up why we should remember you. I mean, listen, I can't remember off the top of my head anyone called Michael 20. That's all. I'm not being rude. Sorry. It's just that if you jog my memory, I will remember you. I think anyway. Tash or Oscar will anyway. My memory's shit. I'm too old. I'm older than these two. So my memory's shot to shit. Do you remember Michael 20?
I don't remember either, mate. It's
But yeah, we don't have transfer news yet, but Joe's been smashing it out on social media, so just follow us on all our social media, then he'll probably bang some more out.
I was getting a bit stick for it earlier about giving out the sun paper talk and that, which I understand, but at the same time, I just want to put it out there just so people can see what's going on. Lou Leeds is giving me a bit of grief that I don't remember Michael 20. She says she remembers him. I don't believe you, Lou.
Hashtag remember Michael 20.
I know.
I'm really sorry, Michael 20. I genuinely can't remember. It's, oh God, this is it.
We'll have met him at Ellen Road, obviously, but he didn't come up and say, "Hi, I'm Michael 20, so you know what I mean?
Yeah. I normally remember the names as well. I'm normally, you do start to really recognise names in the comments. And
Oscar just said, yeah, I remember the name. You know, like.
I didn't want to name people that aren't in the stream. I didn't want to. Yeah, I didn't want to.
To be fair, that person's just messaged me on Twitter, so I do know who Michael 20 is. So thank you very much, FM Mouse. So for all them people who are greeting me, do one. Hashtag I remember Michael 20.
After he reminded you of who he was.
Yeah. I've got you, Michael. I can see you've DM'd me. Don't worry, mate. I know who you are. I always remember. Everyone. Michael 20's hijacking the stream.
Bring back
one Michael 20. One Michael 20. Fulham on the ball. Harrison Reed, he's spraying it out wide, but again, there's nothing really happening here. He's trying to put a hopeful one into Bobby Reed, but sorry, Knockout. I didn't even realise Knockout was playing, guys. I think is that the first time he switched the ball? I think it's a shocking start from Fulham, to be honest, guys. I think it's. I think Cardiff have been the better team so far. I mean, it's been a difficult first 30 minutes, but I'd say Cardiff on top at the minute.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, I'm just laughing at these comments. Flashing up. James Brown says, "What about Cavani joining Leeds? It was never going to happen, was it? It was a bit of a crazy link, to be fair. I mean, Radrizzani said it though. Let's be honest. So, Kenny left foot, no.
How shocking is that? Yeah, it's just.
Oh, Brian had a go. See, I think Kenny under Kanadic in the form he was on has a go there, doesn't he?
They just so delay. I mean, you saw Knockout a minute ago. He just went to have a shot. Looks like they've got no confidence. And you're thinking, he's a good player, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kenny's trying to find one in there, but no, again, overhit and just hit and hope, really. I think, I just think Fulham aren't really going for this tonight. I think they're just trying to sit in, get a 0-0, and then take it to Craven Cottage and get Mitrovic back in the team, to be honest. I don't think they're really going for it. I think the emphasis is on Cardiff here. Yeah, I think they probably do need to win this first leg to get through for me. But you know what? They've started a better team and they've surprised me a bit here, Cardiff. I didn't really see them causing as many problems as they have so far.
Told you, man. They're my pick.
Got to score when you're on top, though. You've got to score when you're on top, though. That's the thing, because at some point Mitrovic will get a chance. They'll get a dodgy penalty. Something will happen. They're like the Villa of last season. They're not the best team, but I just have that feeling with Fulham. They definitely don't deserve promotion. They don't deserve it. But I just have that feeling they're going to get that bit more.
Fulham as well, aren't they?
Yeah, yes.
We've just had a message from Bournemouth United on Twitter. He says, "Great debates you have. Listened in a few times for your matches, and it's better than the radio." He says Liam Cooper's bloodlines come from Bournemouth in Scotland, and he can't wait to watch the Premier League and and watch Cooper back to claim his place in the Scotland team. So thank you for your support and thank you for that message, Bournemouth, mate. Bournemouth in Scotland. Is that a good accent?
Very good accent.
Yeah. Hamish. My name's Hamish McDougall.
What about Phil McCracken?
Right?
Remember that one back in the day? That was back in the day, wasn't it? Phil McCracken.
Oh yeah. No, I was just thinking about that. With
as soon as you said Mick, I thought something happened with Mick, didn't it? Phil McCracken.
No. It was a brilliant one. But do you know what? I'm always happy because normally, right, in these live streams, you have to do a bit of, I don't know, you have to ad-lib a bit, yeah? You have to just go off on a limb sometimes if you don't know the answer or you're thinking about something. And I'm so grateful that I didn't go, yeah,
so
I am
away, Full away. If they pick the right pass.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I never actually tried to style it out and say, oh, yeah, I've heard a lot about him. He's a good player. You know what I mean? Because I could have easily said that. Then I'd have been absolutely killed off.
Seen him play a few times, Seen him play a few times. Done a bit of dancing. You saw them with Fulham, we break away, and you just think just a bit of quality, into the box. It's a 3-on-2, and they totally waste it. But that's the thing. I think Cardiff, they can't afford to give too many of those away. You imagine at some point Fulham will make it click with the quality they've got, but they're doing all right here, Cardiff. They're doing all right. They've seen a lot more of the ball than they thought they would, but they've got to make it count. They've got to make it count. Otherwise, it's going to come back to bite them.
We've had young Liam mention on Twitter. He said, "Great channel. I'm watching the stream now. If we were looking to sign another left back, who would you want Leeds to sign?"
We've seen mention about Anthony Robinson, not like linked as such, but the both Ryan and Benjamin both mentioned him. If guys you haven't checked those out already, make sure you check out those live streams. For me personally, they were probably the two favourite streams we've done so far on the channel. I thought they were absolutely brilliant. I thought both gave great insight, and I really enjoyed those streams, guys. But I think the left back, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because you look at it and you look at what we've got at the minute. We've got a workhorse in Alioski. We've got Dallas, who's missed. It's a good keeping.
Yeah,
he's done well. He's brave, and he had to.
I think the ball smashed Onima in the face, but I don't think it was goal bound. But he's done well, and maybe just to keep.
Yeah, he's nice and brave, quick at his feet. But I think Cabana looks all right. Cabana's made a decent start. Yeah. I think he's done well. The keeper though, he's narrowed the angle really well.
Yeah. It is currently 0-0 for them that are asking. It's 38 minutes in. Good save by Smithies.
So Fulham having a decent little 3-4 minute spell, aren't they? I've had a couple of little openings. But left back wise, just seen one mentioned there. Again, do you ever look back? Charlie Taylor, you look at something like that and think he's probably perfect for this team, but we're not getting Charlie Taylor, are we? Let's be honest.
And the Leeds TV.
I'd be interested in someone from maybe one of the top 6 on loan, left back from one of the top 6, maybe, if that can happen. It's a hard one though, mate, because I'm not massively fussed on left back at the minute. I think Dallas and Harrison on the left hand side is fine. Dallas will find it more difficult, but if he's got Harrison there covering him, it's so much easier.
Oscar, I agree completely. I think, Benjamin Bloom and Ryan Dilks, both knowledgeable, but I think both not Leeds United fans. So from an outside perspective, Dallas, etc., not recognised left backs, and maybe that's why they say you need to recognise left back. But for me, I think in Douglas, Dallas, Leif Davis, Alioski, Harrison, we've got enough there.
Yeah.
I genuinely think that. So I don't see left back as being. Look, if you're going to go out and go get a specialised left back, you might as well sell Barry Douglas.
Well, that's the thing. I think Douglas, to be fair, I know he's had a lot of stick, but I thought before, obviously football's finished now for the season, I thought he was playing some of his best football for Leeds in that time. I thought Blackburn, he was superb. Derby, I know obviously everyone's pissed up, but I thought he was one of our best players.
What was the game where he started?
What, sorry, love?
What was the game where he started?
Yeah, the one before, and he had, and then
Blackburn and Derby started, didn't they? And he's come on a few times as well and done decent for me as well. And I don't know. I look at what's the priority for us now. We're not going to go down by having a winger at left back. We're going to go down if we don't score enough goals.
We brought back Michael 20.
Michael 20.
You've got a demanding centre back.
And you've got
to score goals.
Joe's good friend, Michael 20.
Michael 20, FM Miles, my man. I remember you now. He says, hopefully Calvin will be fit for start of the season. I'm hoping so. I think we don't start till September 12th. It's about 7 weeks or something in it. I'll tell you what's quite interesting. With everything that's going on in Spain and you've got the 2-week quarantine, there's quite a lot of the Leeds lads out in Spain. They've actually been asked to come back early. I don't know if you've seen that. and there was a picture of Calvin on one of the Snapchats actually in the airport today. They've only been going for a couple of days, so I think they have been asked to come back early due to this whole you've got to quarantine for 2 weeks stuff.
Someone Calvin Phillips out there.
Yeah, the one. Which one? The one where the guy goes, "You're not Declan Rice, are you?"
Yeah.
What a dickhead, man! What a bellend that guy is.
I know.
I swear to God, I'd just lamb him. I'd just.
Give over, would you?
I know, yeah. Like, Tash!
Make this time for me.
This guy's having a go at me.
You're cockney.
I mean, I've seen Declan Rice play, and I'm telling you now, that boy is overrated. He is overrated. Let's be honest. It's ludicrous, isn't it? I mean, if Scum spend 50 million on him, brilliant. I mean, that's as good. That's as good as them spending 80 million on fucking Maguire.
Yeah, it's
the wardrobe on wheels. He's unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. And they think they're going to push for a title as well. It's actually quite cute in a way.
This is what I'm saying. It's
quite cute in a way. They think they can compete with Liverpool and City, and I'm afraid, guys. Solskjaer versus Guardiola and Klopp, and then Lampard against Guardiola and Klopp. Nah, not a chance.
Mate, let's be honest,
guys.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Lampard up against Bielsa ain't shit either. He's going to school them. I can't wait. Telling you.
I mean, please no one clip this up. Please no one clip this up because...
Bielsa against Frank Lampard again is going to be...
No, to be fair, I'm confident, especially the home game.
In the ground.
I cannot wait for Lampard to come back to Ellen Road and we go 1-0 up. We go 1-0 up and it'll be all of this. That's one of my most favourite chants.
Definitely. I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but it would be it
was amazing though. Derby away, right? You guys went.
it was absolutely phenomenal.
Even just seeing it, like. It was just amazing, man. That whole away end.
It was just different as well from your normal chants, like where like so angry and everything, and then that one was just brilliant. And
it's basically a ballad.
It wasn't. Everyone's just singing, and then it took a little bit for it to get going, but then when it did, it was just absolutely brilliant. And then we were 1-0 up, and then I rang my dad up, and I was like, "We're doing it! And he went to me, "Calm down, we haven't done it yet. We've only won by 1 goal," and blah blah blah. And he jinxed us. I blame my dad for that.
I blame Kiko Casilla.
Yeah.
I just blame Leeds United, but I just love this comment, guys. Maguire needs the Benny. I'm not sure it's not Benny Hull. It's Benny Hill, isn't it? Benny Hull. Who's Benny Hull? Benny Hull. Benny Hull. Following him everywhere. I mean, I can't wait for him to play at Ellen Road. Cannot wait for him to play at Ellen Road and just the wardrobe on wheels. He will struggle, mate. He will struggle.
Hey, that's class. Wardrobe on wheels.
Bring back. I know. I'm shit at this. Let's be honest.
Don't say that.
No.
Chris is going to get banned if he carries on.
Look at that for a free kick, though. What a waste that is. See that? He's had a shocker, hasn't he, him so far?
Yeah, he's shite, man. He's been shite all season.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you look at Knockout. He was bloody 2 years ago for Brighton. He was bloody tearing the league to pieces, wasn't he? And then he's just been shit ever since, really. It's weird.
Yeah, I love this one. I was just going to read that out. Understand this, boys. You have been irrelevant for the past 16 years. I won't say we've been irrelevant. We're not been in the top flight, but we haven't been irrelevant. If you're a Scum fan, remember the day. But no kid even knows much about Leeds these days, which is fair enough, but there's some will. In the space of a weekend, we've gone from being a championship side to one of the biggest in the division. Just saying that. But this ain't no Coca-Cola Championship. No, you're right, mate.
Could I just take over there, guys, for seconds?
Yeah.
I just find it interesting. Man United fans are piping up quite a bit, considering their two biggest rivals have finished above them this season. Liverpool, Man City, both 30. Think Liverpool 33 points above them. You know, it just seems a bit weird that they're celebrating. You know, this is where Man United are now. They're celebrating finishing third. They're piping up finishing third. You know, all this about how great they are. They've not even won the trophy. They just got smashed in the FA Cup semi-final, and they're trying to have a go at us for being way past our best.
Yeah!
I think you need to look closer to home, mates, guys. I think you need to look closer to home, because if you think you're winning a league title with Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw, you might as well put a bet on Leeds United to win the league title, guys. You might as well put a bet on Leeds United to win the title.
You have.
You know what though? When he says no kid even knows.
Is Lord Voldemort actually a Scum fan though? We don't actually know. Go on, Taff.
There's no kid even knows much about Leeds these days. Yet you put a bet on that every dad is told their son that you have to hate Leeds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people saying I've been biting in the comments, and I'm not biting at all. I just find it interesting that, you know, all of a sudden, you know, it always used to be Man United fans, you know, saying that Liverpool are past their best, Leeds are past their best. I just find it interesting. I find it really interesting, to be honest, guys. You know, all of a sudden how, you know, just things have changed quite a bit, haven't they? Things have changed quite a bit. But
Believe me, right? All these big teams, including Scum, the first place they are going to look next season will be, when are we going to Elland Road? I'm telling you now, Scum fans that travel home and away will look for Elland Road before they look for Anfield this season. I'm telling you that, because it's been 16 years and it's back at a proper football ground. Not discrediting Liverpool for 1 second, but what I am saying is that any Scum fan that travels home and away will look and go, I can't wait to go back to Elland Road. Much like Leeds fans can't wait to go back to Old Trafford and do you in your backyard. I mean, if you remember, it was only last season, Tash will tell you, she went where our under-23s went to Old Trafford and absolutely schooled you. And that was an under-23s game. Tell them about it, Tash.
Well, there was that one guy that looked like opposite the Simpsons.
Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, I remember this.
But yeah, no, that was brilliant. And when like all the Leeds players at the end came up and like huddled round and that, it was really nice. Yeah, it was good to be back there, and I think that's what's another bit that's like egged us on this season. Do you know what I mean? You know, like this is where you could be playing next season, and like that gets passed through the academy and back to the first team. Do you know what I mean? It's yeah, and then obviously playing Man United in Australia. I think it gave us that boost to get back. Yeah, it was a good day. It was quite funny.
I can't wait, honestly. Like, I genuinely think that Carl, like, can you imagine, right? We're at Elland Road, we're back in the ground. Pogba tries to make a break, and Calvin just goes bang through him. I tell you, the roll it'll be almost as big as a goal when he goes through Paul Pogba. I'm telling you, bang on the deck. Paul Pogba rolling about, Calvin just giving it the oosh. I'm telling you, I can't wait, man. I cannot wait for Premier League football. Believe me.
Can I answer this one?
Yeah.
I don't know, because Fulham are such a yo-yo team, but I do like going to Fulham away. And it's just such a, I don't know why, but it's always such a good start before, and it's always a red hot day. And then like it's just last season, well, this season, whatever, we did that boat, and that was brilliant.
Oh yeah, across, yeah, looks good that.
Yeah, brilliant. But then I think I'd say the team that deserves it most is Brentford, as much as I don't really want them to go up, because how much they were a bogey team, and I hated going down there and everything. But I mean, they're all kind of our bogey team, really, aren't they? So I just don't want Cardiff to go off. I hate them.
No, Cardiff's just a waste of time. Like, just not just like it's just like there's just no point Cardiff going up because they're just coming straight back down. There's like I've seen no reason why they would not come straight back down. You know what I mean? It's I mean, just to mention as well, Thomas Frank is a tit. Gets mentioned in the comment there as well. Could not have put it much better myself, to be fair. But yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I think one of the London clubs, to be fair, I'm same as you. I think Fulham or Brentford. Probably Brentford because I know quite a lot of people who work at Brentford. It'd be quite nice to see them go up, but I'd be happy for Fulham to go up as well. Just not one of Swansea or Cardiff. It's just a long trip, and it's just no fun. There's no fun either away game, particularly Cardiff. Cardiff is just like
take like 2 or 3 days off work.
No disrespect to anyone who lives in Cardiff, who may or may not be subscribed to the channel, may or may not be in the comments. No disrespect, but the ground itself, I don't mind the city. I like, to be fair, Cardiff city is okay, but the ground is just soulless. Soulless.
We've got a super chat if you want to read it.
Top class off Chris Kelly. Prima donna players like Scummers will brick it because of a hostile Ellen Road atmosphere. Genuinely no fans like ours in the prawn sandwich league. So it's going to that's the thing. It's just going to get at them. Just get at them. Just get at scum players and Chelsea players and fucking shit players like that, to be honest. That's all we need to do.
I think they suit us because they won't sit back.
Well, yeah, it'll be like a tennis match. We'll just go back and forth, and that's what I want to see next season. I don't want to see like teams just try and park the bus and just ball the hell out of everyone. You know, like this season, you know what I mean? Like at Ellen Road, so many teams kind of like just made the game just boring, kind of thing. It's just I know why they do it because we're a really good team at that level, but it's just I don't know, I just like to see entertainment, not just results, just a bit of entertainment as well. But I think we will see more entertainment next season. But any more comments coming in? 11's Bar in Cardiff, owned by Gareth Bale. If anyone wants to know, make sure you go to 11's Bar in Cardiff. Any news on Bielsa's contract? I've read earlier 1-year extension. I mean, it's still kind of not up in the air, but it's not fully confirmed yet. But it's looking likely. I think now. I think it's looking likely that.
I think a year is a definite.
Yeah. I mean, I would be surprised if this was if Bielsa does stay beyond next season. If he's going into. I think this will be his last season at Leeds, to be honest. I think he probably will. He'll be about 66, 67. I think he'll probably look for one more challenge, to be honest. I hope he doesn't. I hope he stays forever until he's like 90. But I think this will probably be his last season, unless we do something absolutely unreal, make the Champions League, make the Europa League, or win a cup competition. I can't see it, to be honest. I don't know about you, Tash. Do you see Bielsa staying another year after this? Or is this his last season?
How well we do if what his aims are, like if it was to win the Premier League or to get us back in the cups again, because he could stay a few more years and get a few under his belt. You never know.
Sorry, guys, I just went for a drink and a Bakewell tart.
So a bit mentioned again about Tuanzebe. I didn't get your thoughts, Joe, on Tuanzebe. What would you think of him from what you've seen? I mean, he's not played a lot this season for Scum, but for Villa, last season in the Championship, he made a decent impression, didn't he?
Yeah, 100%, mate. He played really well for Villa in that season that they went up, and there's a reason why last season Nicky Butt came out and said that he's not going back out again. You know, there's a reason that Scum wanted to keep him. Obviously, he's not had much game time, so it hasn't quite worked out in that respect. If we can't get Ben White, then we need to be looking at young centre backs of that ilk. I wouldn't, apart from Ethan Pinnock, is there anyone in the Championship really that you'd want to go after in that centre back position? There isn't really. I don't know what you think. I mean,
yeah, I'd agree. I mean, West Brom have gone. The only one I'd think of was be a giant, but West Brom have gone up. So it's impossible, isn't it? I'll be honest, mate. Unless maybe Hector, maybe from Fulham. I do like Hector, to be fair. I think he's been clashed today. To be fair, he's really held that Fulham defence together. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think obviously last season, there's some very good centre halves in there. And one centre half, I've got to be honest, mate, I'm not keen on the idea at all of is Ben Godfrey. I just don't. Yeah. I've seen him mentioned a couple of times, but every single time I've seen him this season, mate, it's the same kind of things as Pontus Jansson. Positional awareness, absolutely none. Absolutely none. Just constantly just caught like 10, 15 yards too far forward and then just leaving a massive gap behind him. And I've just all season, and that's at Premier League level, and I don't see how that would work, to be honest. I'm not saying Ben Godfrey's a terrible footballer, I'm just saying that not at this stage. When he's had such a bad season, I think the only player from that Norwich team who's been anywhere near good enough for the Premier League is Buendia for me. I think obviously even Pukki, he's been nowhere near at it, if we're being honest, ever since the first sort of 2 months. And to be fair, that's the thing with strikers in the Premier League. That's a scary thing, because I personally, I don't know about you, mate, I thought Pukki was going to do all right in the Premier League. I thought he was going to get goals. Obviously not do what he did in the Championship, but I looked at him and thought, you know what, he'll get a good couple of goals, but it just hasn't worked for him. So that's the big worry for me. The only main worry for me going into this season is, do we sign Ben White, and can we bring in goals into this team? Because with the strikers we've tried to sign so far haven't worked out, other than maybe Eddie, and obviously Paddy, if you want. But obviously Augustin didn't really work out. A couple of the ones we brought in haven't really worked out as of yet. I just think we need goals in this team. I think football's a simple game. We play excellent football, but you've got to have someone to put the ball in the back of the net. I just think, all this talk about, Bamford's hold-up play, Costa's link-up play, I just think it's overcomplicating things. I think we just need goals. I think I look at the teams in this league, like say, for example, Brighton, probably in terms of the teams that are struggling, probably the team that plays the closest to our kind of style of football with Graham Potter. Obviously got Moy in there and that lot, but they just can't finish. Every single time I've seen them, they played really well. I mean, I watched them play Liverpool about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they battered Liverpool. To be honest, they absolutely dominated the game, but they couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, and then Liverpool just caught them on the counter, and it's game over. You've got to have goals in this team, and that's the thing. And even Brighton, you look at Brighton, they signed Neil Maupay. He's obviously been a total failure in the Premier League so far. And that's another one who scored goals in the Championship. But I don't know, mate, what were you thinking of strikers? If you had to pick one striker who obviously affordable, who would you be looking at?
Well, listen, the one thing, there's so many out there, isn't there, mate? This is the thing, and it's all about who's available. And look, Ollie Watkins would be someone if we were to go up, I would like us to go in for, but whether or not that would happen is another thing. Listen, I'm very much whatever's going on at the time I look at, and the Jonathan David one really excites me, Oscar. It does. It's been reported here. Someone's just tweeted as well. Lille have come out and said that Morales is someone that interests them. And when asked about Jonathan David, he said, "Look, the discussions are quite not over yet. So it's clear that Lille still see that there's a deal to be done there." So I don't know. If we don't go, if we can't get Jonathan David over the line, we go again. I mean, Victor Orta's got a bag of tricks. I have full faith in our management team, in the trio of Kania, Radrazani and Orta, and they'll get the right man, because they get a bit of unfair stick, I think, over what happened with JKA and over what happened with Eddie. But you cannot. They were they should have worked. Do you know what I mean? They were good deals, and they just haven't. I think if Bielsa's not as a hard taskmaster, and anyone else probably plays JKA, so it's an interesting one, mate. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Could Shea be an option? Probably not. Now he's started to get game time at Southampton, and he so. I don't know. We do need someone though, because a couple of games in, and if Bamford's not got on the end of anything, it's going to be curtains, isn't it?
So Simon's put Hope Shackleton gets plenty of game time in the Prem. What do you think Bielsa would do? Would he still be loyal to the youngsters, or what? What do you reckon?
So I heard yesterday that Shackleton could be on his way out on loan. So I don't know if there's any truth to that. But that's what I was told. He could be out on loan, but I don't know. I hope they get a chance. I think Robbie Gotts has been mentioned about going on loan. Bogus. A lot of them have been mentioned about going on loan. I hope. I like Struick, and I hope Struick gets a chance. But it's a massive step up, isn't it? You know, it's a massive step up. I don't know. I don't know, Tash.
Yeah, I think that can handle that step up.
What you think he can? Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I'd agree. To be fair, I look at Shackleton and think, he got himself a couple of goals before the end of the season. I thought he looked really sharp, when he started the last couple of games, and I just think he's been a bit hard done to in terms of how few games he's played. Forshaw being out, Roberts being out, but I would still say
when who else was out, and then was it Alien or something?
Abler was out for a bit as well. Alien was. I think everyone's been out at times, haven't they? Other than Stewie Dallas, who's just got bionic legs and that lot. He just never gets injured or anything like that. But it's an interesting one, really. It's I think, obviously, looking at it, I think I think Almada is probably one I'd look at and say I'd like to sign him. I really like the look of him. I think he looks a real Leeds player. From what I've seen on the videos of him and that lot, in terms of his stats, in terms of the write-up of him, he sounds a bit. Again, I'm quite reluctant to say this, but he sounds a bit Lee Bowyer-like to an extent. He wants to put his foot in. He can pass the ball. He can score a goal. Do a bit of everything. He doesn't excel at one thing, but he feels like a proper Leeds player, a tough player as well. A lot of people have spoken about him being a flair player, but I see him as being a little bit of everything kind of thing, and I like the idea of that kind of player at Leeds. But obviously, it's not a priority though for me. Centre mids, left backs, any kind of position other than centre back or striker, are not big ones for me at the minute. I think I'm happy with what we've got in the minute. And if the season started tomorrow, I'd be happy with midfield options like Click, Pablo, Forshaw, Roberts, Shackleton, etc. I'd be happy with that five, to be honest.
We've kicked off again. Well, they have.
Sorry, I'm busy on the old socials trying to keep us up to date with everything that's going down.
Christie on the ball, back to Hector. Again, so just 30 seconds into the second half here, guys. Are we going to get a breakthrough? Ball into Brian. First little touch for Kenny. Second half. But again, it's so ponderous and slow off Fulham. They're just not taking any chances at all. They're happy with 0-0. It's clear as day, really. They might get one chance, but I think without Mitrovic on the pitch, there's not a massive goal threat here in this Fulham team. I don't know what you guys think. I don't see a real game changer on that pitch at the minute.
No, definitely not, mate. I'd have to agree. We've got 405 people watching, by the way, which is absolutely huge. So thank you. If you can, please smash a like on the video. Christopher, big shout out for your super sticker. Loads of love arts. I don't know why it didn't show when it shows on the screen, but we can see it on YouTube. So thank you for that. Jacob Brooks asks, how do you guys feel about Helder Costa?
I don't think he's really shown his true potential yet. I think there's a lot more to come out of him. Maybe the Premier League might suit him better. But he hasn't been worth the money that we've paid for yet. But I do think it's still there, that potential.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. That's Joe's munching away. I was thinking, should I leave him to try and talk while he eats, or should I say something? Yeah, I'll say something. Yeah, I'd agree with Tash. I think in the Premier League, I think we've already said, me and Tash, that teams won't sit back as much. He's going to have a little bit more space. He's not going to have to try and dribble past about 6 or 7 different players to just get anywhere near goal kind of thing. Because I just think teams will have to come out a bit more against us, because we're kind of like gone from being hunted to being the hunters in the Premier League. We're no longer the big fish in the small pond kind of thing. We're just like the standard sized fish in a massive pond now, aren't we? You know what I mean? It's a big task, isn't it? But yeah, I think Costa will improve next season for several different reasons. I think he's just getting more used to the system. But I don't know, guys. It's an interesting one, really. But just look at the game itself, though. I mean, you think at this point now, sort of 40 minutes to go. Can Fulham change something here? Can they change something up a little bit? I just watching this game, and it's just so. I mean, they lost it again there.
They've put record without Mitrovic, and they've won pretty much all of them apart from one draw.
Yeah, I think we could be in for a little bit of a surprise here. So all eyes on the game, guys. I don't know. It's got to be really loud there.
Cabana only looks like the only player who's going to make anything happen here. It's well defended off Bennett on the cover. It's gone to Joe Bryan. Anoma. Oh, what a goal! Oh, what a goal! What a goal, Josh Anoma.
Oh, you're in front.
What a goal that is!
Oh, what a goal! You're bang on, mate. What a goal! You didn't give it the you just went, what a goal!
What a goal!
It's Fulham, mate. I'm not a Fulham fan. Although I did say they'd win the playoffs, but I'm not a Fulham fan.
Wait, so where are you at now? Because you're in front of us now.
I know.
Am I in front?
Is that Joe?
He's proper. Yeah, he's doing a Conor McGilligan and refreshing it so he can get in front. Believe me. I know your tactic. Josh Onema though, he's took 3 players on there. Great finish as well. Great, well worked goal.
So what are you on? Yeah?
Oscar, where are you up to?
I'm on 37. I'm on the sly here. Fulham have scored the second, guys.
Have they?
Nah, I'm messing.
Right,
right. 50 I'm on now. 49.50.
Oh well, I'm on 50.49 now. I brought it up to date, so you can do want to be a minute behind now. No, when it gets to 60, pause it, Tash.
Okay.
No, it's cool, guys. Sorry about this. Sky Go, isn't it?
Sorry.
Sky Go is not.
We're on 51.
Oh, you're on 51.
Yeah, where are you?
I was on 50.
Are you on 51?
Yeah, 51.11.
I'm still 30 seconds off here, guys. Sorry about this.
Wait there. You're on 51 what, Tash?
51.20. 21.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Pause at 25.
Right, okay.
Right, I'm at 25. 51.25.
Okay, I'm still a bit off that, guys.
Stop refreshing it then.
I've not refreshed it. My fingers and hands here. My fingers and thumbs are here, mate. I'm not refreshing it. I've not had a cookie jar.
I tell you what, though, if they can go to Craven Cottage with a 1-0 lead,
massive, isn't it? What a goal it was, though, off Onema. I mean, I've been his biggest critic this season, but 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25.
I think you never get one off him, and
Hey, I thought he was going to go 60, 59, 58. Full minute countdown.
I'm all about the full minute countdown.
Hey guys, it's good, bro. It's good, bro. There's still a lot of stuff coming in on this kit, you know, on the socials. Disgusting, shite, horrid. People hate it.
That's just about you.
You bitch.
It's I think it's a big blow for the tie though in terms of entertainment though that Fulham scored first, because it really puts the pressure on Cardiff, and if Cardiff have got to kind of push out, Fulham might catch them on a counter here and make it 2. But yeah, Fulham have started to get to gain belief here, I think, guys.
Yeah.
Zonema again. Ooh, he's just been crowded out there. Mendes Lang trying to get it away, but he can't. They can't break out here, Cardiff, at all. And
well done, Joe Bryan. He's done well there. That's a free kick, though, that, isn't it? Surely.
I think so. I thought so.
Let's get the refresher guy.
I'm not refreshed. My hands are here all the time.
Getting in sync with each other is a watch along in itself.
Guys, what are we up to? 53 minutes. Fulham lead 1-0. Free kick. These are where they're dangerous as well.
Yeah, Hector on these is a big day. I mean, Harrison Reed's been good today, I think. It's ball coming in. It's a ball. Commentator's curse. Commentator's curse. It's just shocking ball there, Harrison Reed. I like Reed, though. I look at him and think, you know what, if Fulham don't go up, he's got a lot of like Bielsa kind of qualities to him in terms of being a Bielsa kind of player. You know, like I know obviously Forshaw's one I think me and you, Joe, especially have raved about, you know, in terms of in the Premier League. But we all know Forshaw. Are you likely to get a full season out of him without getting an injury?
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he comes back like, won't it, mate?
That's the thing. A year out of the game is a long time.
Absolutely brilliant at the start of that season.
Yeah, he
was. I thought he was on fire. I thought, to be fair, he was. I'd probably go as far as to say kind of like August, September time before his injury. I thought he was probably our best player during the season. To be fair, I thought he started the season the best.
Yeah, I was listening to All Stats Aren't We, and they made a good point. It's like, if you think back to the early part of the season when we like battered Bristol City and stuff, the amount of control we had in games when we had Click, Forshaw, Calvin, then Pablo on the right, Harrison, like we just controlled games all the time. And he does bring that, and that's what we will need in the Premier League. We will need someone like Forshaw to take the sting out of it. Do you know what I mean? I think he has been missed, and people give him too much credit. I think he's a top quality player.
I think he gets stick because it's just a stat-obsessed world now, isn't it, mate? I think it's if you don't get goals or assists, you're just you're crap these days. But it's just not true. I mean, you just if you don't think Forshaw's a good player, guys, watch the games. Just watch our first 6 games of the season, as Joe said, and look at the control we had. I mean, Bristol City away, I remember that game in particular. I thought that was probably Forshaw's best game for us, to be honest. I thought it was outstanding, that first game. But Fulham really grown in this game, to be fair to him. First 10 minutes of the second half, he starts getting well on top here. This is where old Neil Harris shows that he's not a what's the best word for it? I won't be abusive. Just he's just show that he's not, you know, a shit manager.
For them asking and the score, guys, it's 1-0. 55 minutes in, Fulham are leading. What did you think to guys? Someone's just asked about a goal there, and what did you think to Luke Ayling getting goal of the season? It's been confirmed.
I said that one. I voted that one.
See, I went for the Roberts one against Hull.
Yeah,
so did I, mate.
Yeah, I just loved that goal. I thought it was great. But yeah, I mean, you can't take it away from Ayling as well. For your right fullback to be able to volley it in, both feet off the floor, getting the old Vidal Sassoon after as well, getting his hair out. You know what I mean? You can't.
Well, it did. Well,
what did you say, Tash?
Was one a deflection? The other one? goal.
I think he scored against Birmingham as well, didn't he? When he did that celebration when he went.
Yeah. I just love
Sky
the feeling.
Yeah,
I always have.
Yeah. Who we didn't get your ask anyway, Tash. Who was your player of the season? Who did you vote for?
I got everything.
Oh, really? You went for Pablo?
That goal. Then I said Pablo Hernandez just because of how crucial it was to the end. Like I know because everyone was saying about Dallas and it was a good shout, but then I think Pablo Hernandez just because how important he was at the end of the season, and I think he got us that promotion. To be honest, that goal against Swansea, just the impact that he had on every game. And then I said Ben White,
Yeah. I think there was only one game, and it was the Barnsley game when he got brought on and brought off, where he didn't have.
And he was really mad, didn't he? Yeah.
And maybe Luton as well. He didn't have but Luton were just really good that day for me. I thought they did well.
That goal was so crucial in us getting promoted against Swansea.
I know. It was unreal, weren't it?
Yeah.
That was it, I think. And then obviously Barnsley, it was an OG. I think own goals were our third top scorer this season. But you've got to put them in the right area, I guess.
Yeah.
So the Derby one was comical. I don't know if you can remember that. Do you remember, Tash?
What, this?
Yeah, the one when we were at your house. You not remember it? It was last Sunday.
When I was absolutely plus.
Do you remember that we were all going? Do you remember that?
Right. After everything of that night, I just keep getting from you two and Connor. Do you remember you doing this? Do you remember doing that? And I'm like, no, I do not remember that night at all. On the Watchalong.
Chance there for Bobby Reid there, though. He hit that, didn't he? Fulham starting to play here, to be fair. Lovely little chest down from that. Oh, I'll tell you, it's not far off that. He's hit that. I tell you what, guys, I think Morrison and Nelson, as much as Ryan yesterday on the podcast was massively talking them up, I think they've been all over the place second half. I think Oliver's just had them on ice, to be fair. He's caused all sorts of problems. This is Fulham without Mitrovic as well, to be fair. It's give him credit. Maybe Scott Parker's a decent second-hand car salesman after all.
Well, Tash was on about when they flashed up the stats that actually under Mitrovic, I don't think they'd lost the game, had they, Tash?
No, there was one draw and the rest were wins.
Yeah, so maybe they play more like a unit as opposed to just sending it out wide and trying to stick it in the box for old Mitro. But
I'm enjoying this second half. They are really playing some nice stuff here, Fulham. I don't know. Has Jokanovic took over at half time here or something? I mean, they're actually decent to watch here. They're passing it around nicely. Reid and Kearney are just sort of bossing it a bit, in a kind of Phillips and Click kind of moulds. Obviously not that kind of quality, but I think Fulham look really, really comfortable there. I think Cardiff have really got to sort it out a bit. I think Bakuna at right back looks really uncomfortable against Cabano.
Yeah, they are starting to control it, aren't they? They look very dangerous, but we've seen all the
can't get out for Cardiff. Just hooked it straight back to the keeper. It's.
I think Fulham just needed that goal to give them that confidence.
And that's sometimes all it takes, isn't it, guys? Just a goal, and you just, like us against Stoke, the 5-0. We started that game quite slowly for me, and then we get the penalty, and we just go bang. We just back to 100% and just absolutely batter them after that, don't we? I mean, Fulham are battering Cardiff here, really. I mean, it feels like a matter of time till it's 2-0 at this rate.
I'm getting a lot of comments about me not being happy. I've literally had about 2 hours sleep because of Charlotte last night. If I look really dead, I'm sorry.
You're moving house, aren't you?
Huh?
You're moving house.
Moving house, doing a documentary, doing a music video, all Leeds TV, then normal work as well. On top of that, I'm just exhausted, And then,
guys, if you don't know, Oscar's basically starting a rap career
I was going to say me and Joe.
I've got him with graffiti around the back going, yo.
We're doing a championship winning single, aren't we, mate?
Oh, 100%, mate, 100%.
The new Anton Deck. Yeah.
But guys, if you do want rapping on the channel, just post in the comments and in the live chat, and we will sort that out at some point.
It's fresh about this channel. What do you want?
Someone said Chris Kelly's put MC Oscar Refresher.
That's a shocker, that, Chris. That's a shocker. It's got to be Aussie. It's got to be Aussie straight away.
Aussie, yeah. Aussie. I like that.
They're not having any of this Oscar bollocks.
That middle class bollocks.
Oh, that's so funny. I tell you what was funny on Sunday as well. I don't know if you remember when we were talking about it. Yeah, man, that killed me off. I shouted into the kitchen, Connor, have you got a family WhatsApp? He went, yeah.
And then I said to you, Oscar, have you got a family WhatsApp group? And you went, no, so I then took you off the street.
Why is this such a big deal, though, that we have a family WhatsApp group? Why
we were
is it?
We were saying it was very middle class, and there was me and Sean, Jack saying that basically we don't speak to our families, and then Ash went, oh, we've got a family WhatsApp group, and we said, oh, I bet Connor has. So we shouted in the kitchen, and he went, yeah.
And Connor stripping my face off. That hurt.
Yeah, that was fun.
Tell you what, it could be
that's lovely.
Lovely bit of
football. That very good football from Fulham.
Best I've seen Fulham play all season this second half so far.
Is this because it's the only game you've watched?
I've not seen loads of them, but I've definitely not known of them playing like this so far. You know, certainly against us, so nowhere near at this kind of level of footy. But they've got to make a change here. They're absolutely sitting ducks here. I mean, Neil Harris, he's just making himself look a real bit of a fraud here if he doesn't make a change.
It comes in. Yeah, I mean, if Fulham were to get second, you'd think it'd be tie over, wouldn't you? Yeah,
100%. Yeah, I can't see. I just don't think Cardiff have got the quality to come back from 2 down. I think they're struggling to come back from 1 down. I think if you're doing a percentage, we did the percentage thing here. What would you say now, mate? I'd be going 80-90% Fulham's favourite at the minute. Michael 20.
Michael 20's gone, man. He was tired. I think he's gone to bed. So yeah, but you're right though. Big shout out Michael 20 from Lou Leeds.
I'm not entertaining enough, Michael. Is it not entertaining enough?
Oh God.
He's been on the bog for about half hour. He said the reason why he did that super chat is he was going to make me some tea. He said he messed it up.
Oh, really?
You know how bad he is at technology.
he wasted his last 79p.
Broke the bank and he flapped it out. One chance.
Yeah, exactly. Jack tomorrow, can I have some money for me, bait? No, you wasted your 79p last night.
I'll tell you what, is it opening up here? Is it opening up for knockout? No, it's not. I don't know why I built that up.
That's too
I should have done what I did with the Onima one, just gone, it's a goal.
I'm quite, you've somehow managed to get in front again slightly as well, Oscar, I think.
My hands are here. The only way I can touch the computer is by going like that. So you just caught red-handed.
Watchalong now.
Oh, nice.
Cardiff look shocking here.
Yeah, they do. They don't look the best.
Nowhere near what they were against us. Says what they did that day. They're nowhere near it.
Just having a quick look on the old.
What will Neil Harris's excuse be for this one? What will his excuse be this time?
Yeah, someone's mentioned it in the comments about our floodlights. We can't get away with bloody excuses, I tell you that much.
Well, yeah, I know, but we went up, didn't we? So we get away with it.
That's very true, mate. That's very true.
Free kick here. Looks like Onham was going to take it, or Cabana even. Ooh. I think he had it covered, to be honest, but decent little effort.
Will Scarf's asked us, young player to stand out next season for you. He thinks Poveda. What are we thinking, guys?
Exactly that. But yeah, I think Poveda, Struik as well. Strouk, whoever we're pronouncing it. Strike as well. I think one of those two, to be honest. I think they're the kind of the closest to the first team. I don't know. Do we count Roberts as a young player now? I mean, 21.
Yeah. No,
I think maybe Roberts as well. You could throw him into the mix.
I guess it's on loan as well.
Yeah, I really like Poveda. I think he's got good technical quality to him. Reminds me a little bit of Pablo. Maybe obviously not at that level yet, but he's just got a lovely little touch, left foot, cut in on his left foot, and score goals, make things happen. I really like the look at Poveda.
I do as well, mate. I do. You're right. Manju, just say, I asked my mother, what should I be? That's just for the guys in the comments there, but I'll leave that. I don't know why I did that.
Cardiff not made the change yet. I don't understand how Neil Harris is looking at this and thinking, "Oh, they're making a change." Sorry, guys, they're making the change. Oscar always provides entertainment, doesn't he? He always makes an absolute mug of himself. But yeah, so it's a triple substitution. It's not just a change; it's a triple substitution, guys. Glaxell's come off. Mendes Lyons, Danny Ward's come on.
I think Murphy's come on as well, by the looks.
Yeah, a couple of decent little players. Volks has come on. I quite like Volks, to be fair. It's a couple of changes there.
Yeah, Oscar. When's he going to make a change? Oh, this is coming on. What do you reckon to that, though, next season, them keeping the 5 substitutions? Bullshit.
Get rid of the water break. Get rid of get back to 3 subs and just sort it out. It's just no need for 5 subs. It takes the momentum away.
Andy Cousins put a brilliant thing out, and it's just like the board are like, oh, what can we do to change things up this year? It's like they've always got to keep their jobs.
Yeah, and I think as well, all that does for me, right? Like, I think they've got rid of the water breaks, but they're keeping the 5 subs thing. But all that does for me is all them top teams have deeper squads than the teams coming up, etc. And City are going to be able to bring on, 5 players who are up there. Do you know what I mean? And it's just unfair. It's just keeping the rich richer, if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's a good ball. Oh, it's a good cut back that, There's no one there for it, though.
Mm.
I mean, you just see the stats there. Fulham are just done with 78% of the ball, 4 shots. I mean, it feels like more than that, to be honest. It does feel like more than that, but just I've not seen anything of Cardiff in the second half. They look just gone since that goal's gone in. They definitely need something from this long throw, or just something. Just something to kind of put Fulham back on the back foot again.
Bakuna. Nah. Bakuna Matata. That's got to be a chant, surely. You would have that out, wouldn't you, surely? Bakuna Matata. Definitely. Absolutely.
Player.
Yay, Bakuna Matata scores goals every game. It's no I reckon we should sign Bakuna just for that.
It's in the contract. Can we sing this song? Oscar does a bit of a rap in between.
Yeah, definitely. Oscar Rascal.
There's the tactical genius himself, Scott Parker.
Do you think Eze is worth the 20 million price tag?
I think for
That's a chance, that, isn't it, on the front post?
It is, mate. I think for any sort of young English exciting talent, it's what the going rate is. If I'm honest, especially, I mean, for me, the one that drove Chelino was the one. Chelino is to blame for driving up Championship prices when we sold McCormack for about 11 million. Do you remember? Was it about 11 million at the time?
Mm-hmm.
And it just was totally eclipsed anything that had come before. So I blame him. And now the sort of fees are just absolutely insane.
Claudia, they should do a 5 rule, but 2 of the people who are substituted have to be academy players. What do you think about that?
Oh, wow, I mean, it gets too complicated then, doesn't it? You'd have all sorts coming in. Because what had happened then is, like with the English quota rule, all that the likes of the big teams would do would go and pillage teams in the lower divisions for their best English youth talent to stick on the bench, basically. That's all that had happened. Yeah, I don't think it'd work. But no, no, I don't think it'd work. Because if you remember, do you remember when we had to have that English quota? I don't know if they still do, and they used to just buy all the best players from the Championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have Just Eat arriving now because Jack spent our last 79p.
He's wasted it.
Wasted it. I haven't even eaten dinner yet.
Professional job from Fulham, isn't it? They're just managing this perfectly for me. They 15 minutes to go, and it just looks so comfortable now. And it's such a far cry from the first half, to be honest. It's a bit weird, really, how they've improved so much. I think Tomlin's been very quiet today. I think he's a player who can make something happen. He's been completely anonymous so far, I think, guys.
Yeah, I agree, mate. Just on that one there, Ben Rama is a swoop if Brentford don't go up. I think Ben Rama will go higher up the division, if I'm honest. I know Chelsea have been mentioned, haven't they? And the one thing you can say about Fat Frank is he has give youth a chance at Chelsea. The lads that he's kept. If any other manager, I don't think the likes of Mason Mount and that would have been given an opportunity straight from Derby to go straight in at the first team at Chelsea, if I'm being honest. So that's one thing you can say about Fat Frank, is the fact that he's give youth an opportunity. So what I'm saying with that is, I guess he's not afraid to bring in players who have done well in the Championship. You know what I mean? So I could see him maybe moving to Chelsea. I'm not sure. Chris Kelly's asked if we set up a GoFundMe for Tash's Just Eat.
Big and carving. I could have a bag of water sort of.
There's all this talk about Origi as well. I've seen it a few times. What's the situation with Origi, guys?
Can't see that one, guys.
No, I know.
Back up for Liverpool. Unless Liverpool are signing another striker, I can't see how Klopp would ever let him go. He's one of his most trusted people off the bench.
He is, yeah. And,
but I'd be absolutely buzzing if that happens.
I know. I'm just having a look to see if anything's... Because, I mean, who remembers the goal in the Champions League when when Alexander-Arnold played the court. Origi! It was.
That's the thing. He's the man for the big occasions. He's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean for us he'd be phenomenal, but I can't see it happening, guys. I really can't. I think he's at Liverpool for a long, long time.
Yeah.
No. VAR. Oh, that is one thing I'm not looking forward to. VAR at Ellen Road just ruins everything, doesn't it? It just ruins all the momentum, all the celebrations. It's just every single goal we score next season, there's going to be a little bit of doubt. There's going to be a little bit of doubt. Yeah. Is it a goal? Is it not a goal? Oh, it's just absolute rubbish. It's absolute rubbish. I don't know if you guys agree. I just think it's absolutely.
Even Arsenal weren't rubbish.
I'm not looking forward to it. Just some more news coming out from the Adam McGrotty of a sports journalist, 90-Minute Football, basically saying Leeds United have submitted a £27 million bid for Ghent's Jonathan David. Arsenal and Manchester United are also interested. Real have had a £23 million bid rejected and are expected to return with an improved offer. So it looks like that does have legs. I mean, if we bid 27 million, I'd be over the moon with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a statement, isn't it? It's a big statement. You know, making a £27 million move shows confidence. It shows we mean business. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? It's very different to what we've done so far this, under the last 16 years, really, in terms of signings. But yeah, I've looked at them and I can see why the price is getting that high. I can see why there's interest. And whenever there's interest, the price is going up and up and up and up and up. And it won't stop at 27 million. It'll probably go into the 30s by the time it's finished for me. In terms of the signs, but it looks like Fulham are making a substitution. Couldn't quite tell who it was.
There you go, Tash. You've had your first donation from your Justine from I mean, someone's just asked there, Alison and Marty Adams said, Joe, does that leave us money for White though if we bid that amount? I mean, to be honest, 27 million Premier League football, it's probably pocket change, if I'm being honest. I don't think we can say if we spend 30 million on White, then we're going to... I guess what I'm saying is we're going to be spending a bit of money, guys. I don't know what that'll equate to, but you're looking at what 30 million White, 27... could you see us spending about 80 mil?
I think, yeah, I'd like to think so. So you've got to throw in people like Almada, if we bring in another winger, another number 10, obviously another centre back too. We need another centre back as well, not just Ben White. So it could easily get to that. I think we'll have to use the loan market as well, won't we? We will have to use the loan market too.
Thanks for tonight, Chris. Anyway, I've just seen you leaving, so thanks for tonight, mate. We're going to be spending about 80 odd mil, surely 80 around that figure on around about five or six players, and I mean, like Dale's put in the chat, 50, 60 million, but 30 million of that, 35 million is going to be tied up in Ben White. You're then looking at maybe a Buendia and Almeida. You're looking at, more cover at centre-back. I don't know. I think we're going to have to spend around about 80 mil. But the thing is, being in the Premier League, we're going to have the ability to do that. Do you know what I mean? So, and obviously Adidas, new 5-year kit deal, that's not going to be cheap. We're going to be getting money for that. Do you know what I mean? Adidas, we're going to be able to sell shirts. And that's why they're maybe going after an Adidas striker as well, as it were, someone to
goal there. Oh, Kenny's bottled it.
Oh, that's shite, isn't it?
That's Tom Kenny 2 years ago. Buries that. He buries that 100%. But I don't know why he's just trying to side fuss it. He just needs to smash it.
West Ham fan saying about Snodgrass.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think
wasn't he, Oscar?
Yeah. I absolutely love Snods. Would he be what I'd be looking at right now?
Can I just make a point?
Being honest, guys, probably not. I think we probably need more pace. I think I look at Snods and I think he's more of a creative player than right now. And I'm thinking, what do we need? Do we need creators or do we need goal scorers? I'm thinking probably need goal scorers. And to be fair, I'm kind of on the same kind of view with Buendia as well. I do like Buendia. I like Snods. But I'm looking at it right now in terms of what we need. I mean, Buendia scored 1 goal in the Premier League this season. He's a great player, but we're going to need more than that. We're going to need more than that from him. I think he's capable of more than that. But I look at people like Harry Wilson.
Backwards.
I think he's a real goal threat.
Can I just jump in on that comment though from Ramadan? I mean this with the nicest intentions, and I know you've come from a good place. But correct me if I'm wrong. If West Ham have just survived relegation, so be turning round and saying to Leeds United fans that we might be fighting for survival and therefore need your players. Hang on a minute, son. We're going to be finishing top half. We don't need to worry about some over-the-hill Robert Snodgrass from a couple of seasons ago. And I mean that with the best intention, because I know you didn't come from a shit place, but ultimately we ain't fighting relegation, son. So we don't need players like Snoddy, unfortunately, and that's just the truth of it. But I mean that with nice. I mean that nicely, Ramadan. I mean it from a nice place. But we'll finish above West Ham next season without a doubt. You've got David Moyes in charge, for God's sake. It's true though, bro.
I just keep saying it.
It's true though.
This way he started it and just slowly built it up. He slowly got more and more kind of update. I know you mean it with the best intentions. Wrong. You went down last season.
Hey, guys, there's 7 minutes left to play. Fulham's still leading and look the more dangerous. Look like they could. Ramadan says, if that comes back to bite you on the arse, I'll be back here next season. I won't blame you, mate. I won't blame you. Honestly, no, it's all love. It's all love.
He's only trying to be nice. He's only trying to say, would you want Robert Snodgrass? He wasn't trying to judge us.
No, thank you, Ramadan, and you have every reason to come back if indeed we are fighting for
Vicious show in the comments. It says vicious show.
It will be in January. Going, Ramadan, please, can we have Snodgrass?
Watch Snodgrass score against us now next season. Yeah. Fucking hell, Joe.
Hey, there we go though. 6 minutes left, guys. It's been a fun night, hasn't it? We've had a good bit of banter, and I know tomorrow we've got a day off, but then there's Swansea Brentford on Wednesday night. Who's going to be around for that? I'm going to be at work till 8, but I will jump on as soon as I get in from work. Are you going to be available to do that one, Oscar?
100% available for all of them. 100% be on from kickoff. I will be there, guys. Probably a couple of minutes, 10, 15 minutes before kickoff. We will go live. Tash, Jack.
We've got a really manic week. It's absolutely.
No worries at all, guys. No problem.
But yeah, we'll try and jump on that.
Yeah, I'll be. Like I say, I finish work at 8, so I'll be straight through the door and up and into my little room of Leeds, and join you, man. I'll join you. Blaze Dragon, up the Max Branning. He always calls me Max Branning, you know.
Nice. That's.
I've had some beauties over there. I've had Forshaw, which I don't mind. I've had Max Branning, and the worst one, if you remember last season, someone mocked my head on top of Pookie. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, you can't be Pookie, mate, because he's a championship striker now.
And I'm Premier League Joe. There we go.
Is that onside, that?
No, I hate that. You know. I'm seeing. Oh, I've just seen a comment there from Shell. I didn't know that was the case.
Yeah.
Okay. Awkward.
Can we put it out?
Well, for those, I guess, look, for those that are fans, we will tweet something out official. But Connor has decided to go on to new things. And Joey's Paul Cook. Sorry, I liked that one. But yeah, he's decided to go on to new things. And yeah, he's actually tweeted out now. Actually, I can just see. Just come up there on the old Twitter sphere. Some amazing times with the gang, but I thought I would address this. Oh, let's
not do this live. Let's not do this live. No, just to clarify, guys, you know, as all 100%, you know, it's on good terms, you know, not having any rumours like that. It's 100% on good terms. Yeah. We wish Connor all the best. We will likely be making guest appearances on Connor's podcast. You know, we 100% support Connor in what he wants to do. We respect, you know, he's at that stage of his life career in that lot. He wants to move on, and he's been an absolutely superb servant to all Leeds TV for the last 2 years and provided absolutely top quality content. So, you know, we can't wish Connor enough luck for the future. You know, we've all messaged him. But guys, you know, we will endeavour to keep the content coming. You know, no matter what, we will endeavour to keep the content coming.
You don't need him anyways. Bye.
Don't worry.
We will miss Connor.
Yeah, we listen. Connor's a top lad. Connor's a top lad.
We'll miss drunk Connor and hope to see that he's more pessimistic again, because we like that. It was fun.
Yeah, man. Honestly, he's a top lad. He's a young lad. He's got his life in front of him. He's got like uni and all that stuff, and we wish him. Yeah, we wish him well, man. Of course we do. He'll be missed. That's the fact. It's gutting that he has decided, but that's fine as well. Like, I get it. It's no ill will. We still love the lad. So there you go. Kenny's brought down on the edge. That's a dangerous free kick, that, mate. Dangerous free kick. Watch this space, though, guys. For anyone asking, we still need to fill.
Well, this has just come up.
we still need to to fill that void. So watch that space. There is a big corner-shaped hole in all Leeds TV. So don't worry, we'll get it filled. They might not, they might not have the shoulders Conrad and that. You know, they might not be the housewife's favourite, but it is what it is.
Housewife.
You've got fucking Max Branning over here. You've got fucking DJ Aussie Rascal.
You pointed to me then. Oh dear.
It's looking like it could be 2 here, guys. I think we might have a little barnstormer of a free kick. Kenny's been quiet all day, but it looks like he might be about to ping this in the top bins. What do you reckon? Or is it Cabano? We'll see. It looks like it could be Cabano here. He's played really well. Let's have a look.
Seems if this goes straight into the wall now. Oh, what a strike. What a goal, Cabano. The danger man. The danger man. What a player. High over. Game over. Fulham win.
Yeah, that's it now, isn't it? That's it. Fulham go home.
Cardiff looked absolutely shocking in that second half. They have no one to blame but themselves. Fair play to Fulham. I've had to go at them all season. But to be fair, they've stepped up in that 45 minutes, and they've absolutely battered Cardiff in that second half. I think they deserve probably the 1 or 2 goal win. Really, that's
I mean, first half Cardiff were well in it, had a couple of chances, but I mean, second half's been all Fulham, to be honest.
That's a great strike off Cabano. I think Cabano, has been, I I think it's been a big boost for Fulham bringing him back into the team. They took Cavallero out, which is a big shout. They spent 15 million on Cavallero.
Yeah.
Credit to Parker, to be fair. He's made a big call there. He's brought in Cabano, took his £15 million man out. He's not got much available. He's I'm suddenly on the Scott Parker bus here, aren't there? Second tier podcast is going to be like, steam coming out of their ears now. Like, you snake, Oscar, you snake kind of thing, aren't they? But it's giving credit where it's due. I'm always fair, giving credit where it's due. He's done a decent job on Cardiff tonight in what is a tricky game. Yeah. Berardi's doing nothing, guys, isn't he? Exactly. I haven't even thought about that. It's we are currently in the recruitment process, guys.
Watch this space, guys. We've got someone we may have someone lined up, someone exciting. Stick with us.
We've got a big budget. We've got a big transfer budget. we got a big transfer fee for Connor. We negotiated a good deal.
With that 79p super chat of Jack tonight, we have got you covered. Believe me.
Big budget.
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. It is what it is. I'm just a bit shit that we've had to break the news like that. We were going to do a tweet, but Connor's put one out. Cheers.
Get Beckford on a free.
That's a great strike from Cabano, though. Let's be honest. That's a minute now. I thought it was going to be Kearney, if I'm honest, but there you go. It's a great strike. He's coming off as well. He's had a good game, hasn't he? He's tore Bakuna Matata a new one on that.
Yeah. He's not a right back, though, is he, Bakuna? Not in a million years is he a right back. He's, when you have options, people like Lee Peltier, I can't really blame him.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Doing anything you can to,
Here we go, guys. Looks like we're going to be coming up to. Everyone keeps mentioning, it's the same person. Will Scaff keeps mentioning Harry Wilson to Leeds. That's full time, guys. He's someone we looked at, I believe, in the summer. So, so we'll watch this space. For them asking if we will be getting someone in to replace Connor, yes, we will look for someone. So.
We are scouting the European markets, guys. We're scouting the continental markets, the South American
where Jack
market.
is tonight.
Jack is. I have sent him on a scouting mission. There will be plenty of consideration before we arrive to our final decision. It's almost like an apprentice-style recruitment process. We might even film it as a series. As the
do it.
That'd be class in the pre-season.
Should we do like like one of the ones where like the walkout video on that, where they're getting off the plane and that, walking across the thing.
And
instead of the plane, it'll be a mega bus like that.
Too much, like that's £1, not 79p. Come on. We need to do the panning up, see the t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah. Just for shits and giggles. That's funny. Thank you, everyone who's watched tonight, by the way. We've had some good numbers as per. Probably get something out tomorrow if we've got time. Maybe addressing some of the transfer rumours that have come out in the last, 72 hours. The transfer window's just open today. We'll keep you updated with a kit if indeed anything more gets updated. Keep your eyes on all Leeds TV socials. They're going to be a lot more active now.
For fuck's sake. Are you seeing some of the comments here?
What?
Who the people want kind of thing.
Emma Jones. I know, yeah. I've just ignored it.
Male Leeds fans it's...
And I like that. Tim Golden says announce Akim Femler. Yeah. Les says all Leeds TV, the auditions, can see it now. Let's do it.
What, be like X Factor?
Yeah.
I'd be the harshest judge going. I'd be the harshest bastard going. I'd be... I'd
Oh,
be
he's
so
there.
happy.
He's in the comments. He's there. Love you all. Amazing memories, and you'll go on to even better things. Thank you very much, Mr. McGilligan. We'll have a watch of your video a little bit later on. I hope you haven't slandered me in the comments. I hope you've been nice. To be honest, there's a lot of gutted and sad faces in the comments. You'll be sadly missed, mate. And listen, I hope you get everything you want, mate, because you deserve it.
It's like a hole in the heart, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a bit of pill to swallow, and one that I have cried over the last 24 hours about. But no, but all nice, my lovelies. Yeah, guys, don't get it twisted. Nothing's happened. Connor's gone on and
Is that Door on Tour trying to twist it in the comments? I know he's watching us, Door on Tour. I know he's watching us. I've said nothing, Door. I've said nothing about Forest in the playoffs. I know it's all play. He's saying there was a sacking. There was no sacking. There was no sacking. Staring it, Door. Staring it, mate.
Door's just bitter because on Sunday night when me and Connor were celebrating down on Millennium Square, we went on his Instagram live stream and absolutely bodied him. And then a week later, they somehow managed to get knocked out of the playoffs. So Door, go cry into your spilt milk, my friend.
We love you though, mate. We do love you though, mate. We don't be too hard.
Yeah.
It's as Richard Keys would say, it was just banter.
Banter. Hey, Infectious says all Leeds TV are falling apart. There we go. So yeah, Conor McGilligan says Swansea on tour's getting upset. Yeah, brilliant, man. Well, guys, I think it's been a pleasure. There's still a lot of you watching. I guess we'll leave it there. I think we've had a very nice evening. It's been a good laugh. Hopefully you will join us on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and then the following Tuesday. But keep it locked at All Leeds TV, as per. And yeah, we'll leave it there, guys. Yeah.
Everyone's off.
100%. See you later, guys.
Bye now.
See ya.